Good morning. It's Saturday, October 27th. I wanted to share a bit of my Bible study that I've been doing and studying over the past few weeks, slowly but surely, but I've been studying. My husband and I were having a conversation about anger and how, God necessarily didn't say it was sinful to anger, but just, we shouldn't sin in our anger. So it got me thinking. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to study anger a little bit more. So I looked first at Ephesians 4:26 through 7, because this is where it notes it's like, in your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold. So the first thing you note from, or at least I noted from this verse, was God didn't say that it was sinful to be angry. He just notes, do not sin in your anger. And so when I studied and looked at different verses that coincided with this verse, one thing that I noted was part of not sinning in your anger is to be in control of your emotions. Sometimes when we're angry, we just want to lash out or yell or punch something. And that is when we start crossing the line into sin, because we're letting our emotions go wild. So the first thing I noted was to be in control of your emotions. And then when you go to, it referenced Psalms 4:4, which essentially noted the same thing, except instead of in your anger, it said, tremble and do not sin. And then it went further on to say, search your hearts and be silent. And there were some other words, but part of it was search your heart and be silent. So when I looked at this, I at least to me, found that the root reason, we need to search our hearts to find the root reason of our anger. Why are we angry? Are we angry because what that person did was hurtful and we can't manifest to articulate that, and so it manifests itself as anger because we were hurt, we felt like we've been wronged. And then to be silent, I think in that it causes us to step back, to not be reactive, and to help us a little bit in controlling the emotional part. But I think also when we step back and take a breath, we can look at it and come back with an ease. And if it's something we can work on, let's talk about it. If it's something that we feel is out of our hands, out of our control, then that's, as Christians, I think that's something that we really need to give to God and say, you know what, I'm going to give this to you. I can do only so much and I can't handle doing the rest of it. I'm going to give it to you and you can deal with it. So trusting God in situations that we can't control.